Alright, you guys. I am loaded up into Eaglercraft, but, clearly, as you can see here, this is not a normal video because I have figured out how to use perspective, right? So that makes me instantly more cool at doing these things. And also, if you notice to like the left, I'm playing on Eaglercraft 1.12. That's right, my worlds didn't freaking save at all. And that's fine for a guy like me though. So, you might be asking, Sensei, what are you gonna do for this video? My friend, I don't have a freaking clue. But apparently I do now, because if you look up in the left again, there's literally Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, so you know what time it is. Nintendo Switch 2 Direct time. Okay, but for real though, I'm gonna be reacting to Switch 2 Direct. I've already watched it, so I'm just gonna be recreating a bunch of the stuff I saw. And I may try to edit out bits of the video, but that's quite hard to do. So, hope you enjoy the video. I'm gonna switch out of Minecraft now. Shoomp. And we are crossing into this. Don't ask how I got my YouTube browser to look like this. And don't ask how I am able to, like, be able to have no ads play throughout the entire thing. Again, this is gonna be recreational, so yeah. Oh my god. Okay, and the recreational stuff starts right now. Oh my god. Okay, so oh god, this is loud. Yay, Nintendo Switch 2. We've waited like so long for this. Oh. This is cool. So this is like Mario Kart 9 or something? Dude, I have a feeling this isn't Mario.
Let's go!
Okay, so there's Mario. Mario Kart 9 basically, right? Okay, so like Mario Kart 9? Like, is it Mario Kart 9 though? Okay. Okay, so it looks like a Mario Kart game, obviously, but like, so what are we calling this? Mario Kart 9 or something? So are we calling this Mario Kart 9? Okay. Hey, this soundtrack is killer though. Oh wow, oh, this is cool. Oh my god, the cow. Somebody's gonna be named your mom. Oh my god, it's a big one. Okay, so basically, oh my, okay. Alright. Well, this is some, okay. Oh my god, well, they added him, let's go. Alright. If you didn't notice, like, there's 24 or oh, Mario Kart World, that's the name of it? Oh, that's cool.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yippee.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yay.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Uh-huh.
And
Yay.
I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
You look familiar.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Yay.
Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Honestly, first impressions from this is pretty fun.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout
Wait. Okay.
various regions that span the globe.
Alright.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the
So basically, Pokemon elements.
atmosphere will change.
Not really much, okay. Top 24, let's go.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
So, open world Mario Kart, basically. So, but here's the thing. Throughout that, from my quick glances, I haven't noticed Link or any like Legend of Zelda characters or like any like Splatoon, like no other homages to like any other Nintendo franchise characters. So maybe they're gonna add that in as like future DLC, maybe.
World.
Okay, Grand Prix.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4
Grand
courses
Prix.
in a bid
Not
for
bad.
first place. But
Yeah,
don't sleep at the
I
wheel.
like the design for
You'll
that.
also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Wait a minute. Did I
With
just see a
24
Super
drivers in
Mario?
each race,
Yeah,
the
it's a
most
Super
in
Mario.
series history, the
I just saw a Super Mario, a new Super Mario U enemy. You could play as one of them spiky ball things. Wow.
competition is gearing up.
Alright, so okay, knockout
Introducing Knockout Tour.
tour. Alright,
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
okay. But isn't that what we're technically doing though? Already?
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
So Fall Guys elements. That's nice.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Well, this seems interesting. Free roam.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
Alright, so already I see that this is probably going to be like this is gonna sell very well, but here's the one thing though. Like if it's open world and stuff, like all my concerns are just not I don't have any concerns really, but like it's quite interesting because like if you really do think about it, it's Nintendo's it was like the way they're going with this of open world. It's like they're like encouraging you because like everybody knows the classic Rainbow Road, like you can just go off the tracks and stuff. So what I'm feeling here is that like Nintendo is just encouraging you to do that, but like they're leaning more into letting you do that on purpose, if you know what I mean.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So
Hey,
drive
Golden,
wherever your heart
Golden
takes
Wario.
you. You can also go for scenic
Shredded
drives
Switch
with friends,
Online leadership.
and even take photos together at different locations.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Make Switch Online free. Oh, wait. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
A
Oh my God,
brand new
Nabbit.
race across the entire world starts here.
so
Mario
they're
Kart
flying.
World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my God!
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
I'm
So
not gonna
be on the
reacting
lookout
to
for
that.
more information in the future.
Not to be hating on Mario Kart. This is a banger soundtrack.
Mario Kart.
But not to hate on Mario Kart. I'm not gonna be reacting to that because one, I'm just not interested. But like, here's the thing. I may cough it up because my friend says he's gonna be buying one. So I don't know.
World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
I mean, it does seem pretty fun though.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh yeah, I want to see this.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Alright, so quick pause here. Gonna zoom right. I said zoom, but never mind.
For Switch 2.
Joy-Con number 2.
And
How
on the right
creative.
Joy-Con 2,
Alright, so as we can notice, not much changes. Plus sign, X, Y, YAB layout. But if you notice, this is on the side now. Most of you probably already seen like the first look trailer, but I'm just restating like a lot of things here. You also notice like bigger buttons here and stuff. You also notice that like there's a C button now. I wonder what that's for. There's also like the bigger it's bigger, right? Also, like, I love the red outline here. It's just like such a great homage to like Switch 1 controllers.
We've added a new C button.
Oh, wow, predicted them talking
Let's
about
take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Okay. Oh, that's a good sound. Ooh. Hold on, play that back one more time. Okay, yeah, so somebody make an edit. I'm going to be contacting C Strikes again to do that. But yeah. Alright. Alone. Huh, me. Basically.
All of you guys.
Alright. Together. What do you mean by that?
So quick.
Okay, so if any of you guys have been living under a rock, no offense to people who live under rocks, but if any of you've been living under a rock, there's this nice little thing called Discord. I mean, this is so Nintendo for just Nintendo to just be making their own type of Discord. But it's quite funny. But here's the thing, I'm a little bit mad about, because like I'm gonna be mad about it if it only does this. Like, if the C button is only for this and like I can't like customize it for anything else, that is gonna be such a waste of a button right there. Alright, because like as you saw, like for like on the controllers, right? Like there's like, yeah, C button right there. Sorry I can't zoom in, but like, so C button right there, right? You notice the home button on top of it? Like, you know like how on the Switch 1 you can just hold down home button and like you already get like a menu that allows you to do like a lot of stuff, right? Like change volume if you're like far away from your TV, like say if you had your Switch docked and you wanted to adjust the volume but you didn't have your TV remote for whatever reason, and like you wanted to change volume on your Switch, you could just hold the home button and you could do that. You could even shut down your system like that. But like adding another button just so you can use Nintendo Discord as I'm titling it is just not gonna be that too terribly great in my opinion. Cause like again, you're wasting a button, Nintendo. Like let me customize that button, else there's not gonna be a lot of people too happy about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh, you see the quality drop.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Come on,
Nix. Okay.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature
Okay.
for Nintendo Switch 2.
We're calling it Game Chat.
Can you hear me?
I know everybody's gonna be calling it Nintendo Discord though.
With this feature,
Oh,
you'll be
nice
able to
talks.
communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Follow.
Okay.
For an adventure.
There's like a that's great.
While using the Game Chat feature, your
Alright,
voice is
so here's another problem. It's on the console. I don't have a problem with this. It's not a very big problem. It's only when you have like say like so many things are surrounding you. Like, is there gonna be like noise canceling technology like there are in headphones and stuff? Cause like, what if you have it like docked?
recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
Oh,
All right, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up your
Okay,
speaking voice
so-
clearly, even from a distance.
look at this. Jump on here.
sure about that?
All right, let's keep going.
Alright.
Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat?
Alright, so immediately I'm just going to say right now, they are not going to be canceling 100% of background noises. Like maybe you'll hear 10% of background noises, while 80% of your voice is heard, while the 10% is just lost. It's just lost because like microphones, but because like I mean especially Switch 2s most likely because like believe me, console microphones are not the greatest thing in the world, but hey, I'm not gonna be judging that quickly. Not yet, at least.
Oh,
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's all pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family.
Well, no dirt.
If you
Sherlock.
open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job.
there we go.
Okay,
There
so-
we go.
you
Okay, so real quick problem.
can also share your game screen.
You saw that, right? It's not even going at 30 frames per second, alright? It's like going like 10 to 20. Like this like literally this was my Minecraft video the other day.
Did
Like
you
this
see
is
someone
my
just
that
like
was
go
my
on top of
Minecraft
that
video the
dinosaur?
other day.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys are just dead.
Yeah, see like right here. Literally live FPS
Oh, he's trying to eat
of
me,
my
he's trying to eat me.
Minecraft video
Okay, I got it,
from
I
the
got
other day.
Oh, no.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay,
It's so hard,
so-
right? It's tough.
But why would I?
I'm like
Okay,
in the sky right
I
here.
mean,
I'm like, I
I'd
fell, I'm falling.
understand
Okay, we got it. We're safe.
if I was trying to like,
Look, you're
I'd understand if like I was playing the same game and like like I was just and like my friend was just trying to help me. But seeing these other games be played, like, what are you trying to go for, Nintendo? Like nobody is going to pay that much attention. And also, there's like a whole much better way to like divide this though, in my opinion, because like you don't have to like cut like a bunch of the screen off that much, but this works fine too. Like maybe you could like cut it up so that like it doesn't have to be like a full section square. It don't maybe you get like everybody needs their own quadrants when like they're starting to game share, but make it so that you don't need to see people game sharing your stuff, because believe me, I would not want my screen to be taken up by like other people's gameplay footage.
Star, that's so cute.
So cute.
Unless like I was playing the same game.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
Oh, never mind. That's also the problem.
I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Or expand another friend's game screen.
Okay, so
above.
if you guys aren't aware of this, PS5 has the same thing, but like you have to pay for it if you it's only available to PS Plus members. Like so you can do the exact same thing of sharing your game screen. And in my feeling is sharing your game screen is not that bad of an idea. It's just when am I going to use this is my question. All right? Cuz again, it's the only reason I'll ever use this is if I was playing like the same game with my friends who like maybe on a vacation in like Miami or whatever, right? Because like it doesn't make that terribly much sense to me.
That wall that's to your left.
You're almost there,
It's
though.
just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do a little
What?
wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think
I now there's another way they could use this for the greater good is if like they would let us live stream from this, because from the sound of it, it probably has the potential.
we have
We're
to
together.
try.
Welcome.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, babe.
That's a little bit
On the
wholesome,
right Joy-Con 2
You got it.
controller, there's an additional button.
though.
With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Okay, so that's not too terribly
Actually,
bad.
guys, I got a call coming
In
right
retrospect,
now. So,
but like
I'll
here's
be
the
right
thing,
Back, yeah?
Okay, sure.
you do not need to be
Here,
wasting
you
an
can
extra
quickly
button.
and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Oh, so this is why there is no actual camera attached to Switch 2. Oh, okay. But like here's the thing, right? Like I already see this. I already see another way this camera could have been implemented. I guess, but this is Nintendo. I don't make the decisions here, but like, so like immediately you notice that like it's like standing up tall in here and stuff. I have a feeling this is not going to be that high of a quality of camera, considering that this is from Nintendo of all people. But hey, at least the rumors were true about the Nintendo Switch 2 having a camera.
By connecting this camera to the system,
Alright.
Hey!
Okay, yeah, I'm right. It's not that great quality of a camera, but considering that like it probably uses maybe some AI, maybe it's just like a simple program, or maybe it just sees everything as a background, like how you would in Zoom meetings. Sorry for the voice crack, by the way. But like, Again, not that high quality of a camera, but I mean, it is an upgrade from the Wii U camera if you really do think about it.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
You can appear
average-
on screen and
average
video
face
chat
time
while playing a
experience.
game.
Seeing your faces on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind,
There
guys.
you go.
Oh,
bet you like
oh,
it.
that's,
Wait
oh,
for
that's
me.
cool.
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Alright, so why use the camera and have your face shown like this exactly? Why? Why can't you just place on Mario's head, right? It makes more sense to me if they did it that way.
Oh,
That was good.
okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that
wait,
looks- that
wait,
looks good.
go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left,
And then-
left,
Oh, wait,
left,
maybe
I'll let you
if I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
Already it's like different people.
Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your
Boog-
own
oh my god, Booga. It's Booga.
rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families.
Oh, that's cool.
All together, anytime, anywhere.
Alright, so really quick, you know, like the camera, right? The camera accessory. Here's the thing. They could have shrank the camera way more down, right? I bet there's going to be a third-party accessory. I bet there's going to be a third-party accessories, right? It makes sense that for there to be third-party accessories for camera functionality, right? It's like basically what I'm thinking over here is like they're probably gonna minimalize it to like it's like where it just easily clips onto to the top of Switch 2 and just go on with it like that. Yeah, but hey, that's just a theory.
Game chat.
What did you think?
Bad.
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others
It
more
was very
closely,
underwhelming.
including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the
Alright, so this is a better representation of this. So in theory, you're going to press the C button and then have this connected to the Switch 2, so that way you can show your face while having a literal gaming FaceTime with your friends. In theory. So basically, that's what you're gonna do, right? But as I was saying, of how they could shrink down the camera, is where they would make this like a square, trace that onto here, right? Like a little square, but not like that, but like, so it would be a little square, maybe like go into the middle, right? And like it would just plug in easily and just do the camera stuff like that. So I mean, they could have did it like that. Why they didn't do it like that, I don't know. But no.
trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available.
Also another thing you notice. You notice that like these are like cut in half, so like these things can slide out like that.
on the same day as Switch 2.
Am I gonna buy that? No.
A Nintendo Switch Online
Okay, so this just makes me angry. You're charging me money to use voice chat. Basically, Nintendo has just literally gone to like the oldest but newest thing in gaming, but then charging you, even though if you look at Sony and Xbox, they do it for free. And I know they do it for free because I use stuff like Xbox Cloud Gaming and PlayStation with my only one friend.
membership will be
Whatever.
required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
That is not bad, but again, what Nintendo is offering is 1 year free of voice chat. After that, no more voice chat for you. And here's another thing that I find odd about this, right? Like in the original Nintendo Switch 1, I was looking at like a couple of parental controls and Switch Online trailers because they just re-released Switch 1 online trailer just recently because of course they did. It's like in the original NSO trailer, right? Like they made it. It's like you have like a third part. You have like a Nintendo part. You have like a Nintendo Online app on your phone, right? And like basically you could use voice chat that way. Why couldn't they just do the same for Switch 2 exactly? Like why? It makes no sense.
We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch parental control.
It makes no sense that like they're charging you money, but like they act like this is a new thing. But as you can see, for Switch 1, you would just use your mobile phone to just use voice chat, right? So why couldn't you? Because like Nintendo's whole thing about the Switch 2, from what I see so far, is upgrading features. Why not make Game Chat free?
And different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can...
So I had a Switch before I went to the graveyard, though my mom said she found somebody to fix it, so it may not stay dead for long. But like what me and my mom would do, like we would be playing Minecraft Dungeons together. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Diablo, but family friendly. If you don't know what Diablo is, it's basically like it is a top down. It's like one of those 2D Zelda games that are like top down, right? And but you slay monsters and stuff, you collect gear and stuff, and like you have abilities, right? So that's Diablo, but Diablo like has multiplayer, so that's what makes it pretty fun.
Play together locally on multiple systems using
anyways, long story short, me and my mom would always just like I would have like either the right or left Joy-Con, and like I had the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom OLED model. That's my Switch before it got ruined, and yeah. But this is local two player over wireless stuff, right? My question is, are they gonna charge you Nintendo? Is it? Do you have to have a Nintendo Switch Online membership for this to work? That's gonna be the interesting part.
With GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
Okay.
GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles.
Wait, wait, Mario Odyssey's it is? Okay, I never knew that.
Starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
oh, yes.
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
That was a good transition. Ooh.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
So I'm going to do some quick math here. 1.7 inches.
System's thickness remains the same.
Okay.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Okay, yeah, you do kind of notice the difference here. For me, whenever I was playing on Switch 1, like I would just always be playing on my TV, cause like my TV like was like 4K stuff, not 4K, but like it ran pretty decent graphics. For here, for console and stuff, I mean, that's an improvement. Don't get me wrong, but like again, this isn't OLED. Surprisingly, like I bet this is not going to be OLED at all. But hey, 1080p is an upgrade. Yeah, this. Yeah, I don't think this is OLED.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second.
So basically, for whatever the heck the Switch 2 is gonna cost, it's gonna be a little mini gaming PC. That's what you're telling me. So basically, this thing is gonna be a literal Steam Deck that can switch, minus the deck of the Steam. That's nice.
Allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make it clear here, but like I'm probably gonna have editing. But so this is without 120 frames. This is with 120 frames. Alright.
The LCD screen is more
Okay, so yeah, this is LCD, not OLED, somehow.
vivid
Okay.
and supports HDR, providing more.
Alright, so again, this is pretty good and all, but I have stuff set to dim, so that's quite useless.
More contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
Alright,
Strong
so
magnets.
theoretically, wherever the heck the magnets are located, we could just put either the console or the controllers on the fridge, is what you're telling me. Nice. I always wanted this.
Keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
I definitely always wanted
Detach
this.
your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Okay. So, okay.
The SL.
Yeah, what I said earlier, bigger SL, SR buttons, because I have big hands. Not too terribly big, but like, it's not that hard, but like, here's the thing. Whenever I'm playing that way, like, I could accidentally, like, hit that button. And like, for me, whenever I'm playing like this, it's like, usually I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons with like a friend. So like, that button, for those who don't play Minecraft Dungeons, that's another button that's used when playing like this. So it can be quite annoying, just like accidentally like using potions while trying to like press the SL or SR buttons.
And
So,
SR buttons are bigger
this is gonna make
for
my
greater
Minecraft
comfort
Dungeons play
and
for quite
control
more
when
interesting.
playing with a Joy-Con 2.
Because originally I thought there was gonna be more buttons on the sides, but nope, I got fooled again.
Held horizontally.
Okay.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Control sticks. Oh, mouse controls.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can.
Okay, so correction, is not a Steam Deck no more. It's like the ROG Alley or whatever it was. Basically, it was this, except it was standing up and had a little stand thingamajiggy. And then afterwards, what that would do is let you play PC games while being able to switch, while being able to run things like Cyberpunk or Fortnite at like that. Speaking of Fortnite, you better let me use these mouse controls while playing on that, else I'm gonna be very sad.
Be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Okay.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
What that jazz music was.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your
and realistically,
voice
about
will come
10%, 5% noise, 5% game would come and be merged with the voice. I'm just seeing it right now.
through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Not bad. Okay. Oh my god, a Zelda reference.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
Nintendo logo. Plus sign.
You can move it freely,
whatever
like
the heck this is. Also, real quick, you notice the hole for this, right? So, will we get like separate charging things? Like, say like if I'm playing a two-player game like Dungeons, right? And like, I need to plug in my Joy-Con number 2s, and like I can't simply plug it right back into the Switch. So say there was some third-party accessory, or Nintendo sold an accessory, but I'm not buying from Nintendo. I'm gonna buy it off the Facebook Marketplace, obviously. Say they make a charger that basically plugs in to Joy-Con 2. That would be sick. That would solve like 12 million problems I have. Like that would be everything.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Basically letting me charge while I'm using this thing on kickstand mode. That's nice.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera.
Again, I'm not gonna be buying that.
Or charging in tabletop mode.
I'll be buying this. It definitely. I think this is gonna be included. Just saying.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Alright, so basically, in contrast, I never had to deal with storage problems. Like, I had an OLED model, and I never put an SD card in, but I may have to do. I'm not. I'm probably not gonna be putting an SD card in there because I'm probably gonna stop getting Switch games for a while. But like, so basically, they're showing this off of. They're showing this off of like the original Switch's storage, I presume. I don't know. I haven't checked, but yeah, 32 gigabytes was like Switch 1's storage. 256 gigabytes, I mean, that's a pretty good step up. I think, like, so, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, wasn't Switch OLED's, like, triple digits? I can't remember. Because, like, I held, like, a lot of games on my Switch OLED.
Times that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
Alright, so immediately you see the screen comparison. Instantly, I like this screen better because, one, my eyes are not going to deteriorate that quickly just by looking at this tiny screen. Not to hate on Switch 1 people who love the Switch 1 screen for whatever reason, but this is like so much better.
Reading and writing data is also faster.
Okay, so how faster though? I'm going to be watching a comparison video when
use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to.
And the one thing that gets me a little bit skeptical, right? 4K resolution and HDR are available in compatible games and require a comfortable and compatible display. What you're telling me is that this thing is a PS5, but it's limited to being a PS3. That's what you're telling me. Basically, what I'm saying is that this thing, if it's not hooked up to TV and stuff, and you can do 1080p and stuff, and like go up to 60 frames. Now that's great in itself, but I don't know if I experienced 120 frames before. I had a PS5. I don't know. I played Spider-Man 2, so that was probably like a great test, but I never really messed with like performance mode or something.
Your TV
So
and enable up to
check that out for myself
4K
sometime.
resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in
Frame rate is fixed to a maximum of 60 frames per second for 4K output. Okay, so that was a lie.
TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
Again, this is proving my point. This is just like a little tiny PC. Now I'll be flipped if you can't use web browser on Switch 2, I'll be flipped if you can't use if you cannot use a web browser on Switch 2. Also, real quick, the USB ports are located on the back. Interestingly, so just pointing a few minor details out. Another thing I'm skeptical about. Compatible. Alright? Not as in, you could just shove a Nintendo Switch game in there and just have it play right off the bat. No. Like, it's only compatible. Like, you need to download a patch. Like, something like that. Even though that's not what Nintendo be doing. So, again, I'm quite skeptical about this because since, like, they can't just read it right off the bat. So, oh well.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Okay, so this is a great trailer. I don't know what to say. Real quick thing I want to point out, like, before it was like waving to you, so it's quite interesting.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
But it is.
We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new
Never mind.
Play features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Okay, so real quick, this is giving me Astro Bot vibes. Yeah, this is Astro
This is
Bot,
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Nintendo's version of Astro
Exclusive
Bot.
to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
Alright.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Oh.
This sign reads,
Oh, that's very ironic.
"Where are the magnets?"
Okay.
The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system.
Oh, okay, so this answers a question from before. So, since the magnets are located inside of it, you're telling me I could just simply stick the thing up to my fridge and play my Switch 2 while I'm trying to like make myself a peanut butter and PB&J while just playing while just playing Switch 2 when it's hooked up to my fridge without having to buy anything else. Man, this is like a godsend.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal.
Okay, so this is just a one way of saying we're trusting 5-year-olds with a little knife. That's nice.
So that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them so they won't easily detach.
Oh. Okay.
Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Okay, so
you can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Alright, that's pretty cool. So we're just playing Microsoft
By combining
Golf.
the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos.
Awesome. So this
Some
is
of the
just
secrets range from the unique features of the system
PS5.
to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same...
What? Paid? So, what you're telling me is I'm paying for basically, in a sense, I'm paying for a lawnmower. I paid for a lawnmower, right? But you're telling me I have to pay an additional $50 just so I can have the instruction manual. Not saying that this thing needs one. Just what? Because like on PS5, Astro's Playroom, as if you didn't know, was free for like pre-installed. Like not like the first step of people was like uninstalling it or playing it, then uninstalling it, right? It's like when I see this makes me sad.
Day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
You just made me uninterested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
So it's red.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds.
Not bad. Okay, so
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
So
please note, the regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
So they have the same storage capabilities.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature.
Oh, okay.
With this feature, you can transfer save
so
data,
I just have to keep
digital
my
games,
Switch OLED.
and more.
Then afterwards,
we're also releasing a new Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
So basically,
in addition,
PS5,
an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be...
So here's the thing, like, so for fall break, I'm gonna stop acting. So the other day, like I'm at school, right, and like we're on break. I tried going to the Switch 2 website trying to look for this. Instead, I got the YouTube video somehow, and in my school, YouTube is banned. So that was like the instant free day for me. But yeah.
And ask the developer.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is also another thing. When I was saying like it was looking like it was waving to you, this is what I mean. Like it was looking like it waved to you. Like the Switch 1, it was like it was also looking like it was waving to you. This one looks like it's replicating that more.
Article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
Okay.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Most kids get out of school at May, at like end of May.
Now,
or like
broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
Okay, I'm quite intrigued.
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
They're right.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
They're right.
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Again, with the word compatible.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
Alright.
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visual.
So basically, this is just one lazy way of telling us you're remastering the game, but you're not remastering the game. That's nice.
Unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls.
Okay, so basically
audio recognition.
Flappy
more
Bird.
Expressive rumble.
Toy cars.
And gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
Having a beauty contest or an ugly contest
on Switch 2.
And never mind.
Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play. So
wait a minute. They're reusing for a second they were reusing game chat footage. Man, they think they're sneaky.
Experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
Okay. Wow.
Up next,
Yoshi was
it's
like a
Bowser
Chad.
Live, a mode where the livelier team wins.
Okay, so
Bowser will
basically
bring you
Justin
on
Bieber
stage too.
concert.
Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
Alright.
Guide an RC car with your voice. Go!
So
And
basically a
compete in
Metallica
other mini
concert.
games using full body movement and sound.
Oof.
Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
Alright. Oh,
Use mouse
it's Tim the
controls to
Talking
shoot
Flower.
down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
So basically, we're playing Duck Hunt
When
now.
you enter a pipe, a mini game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one.
So
where
basically, on the train, roller coaster, we're riding a roller coaster, then we get kidnapped, and then we get sent back onto the roller coaster, then we get kidnapped, then we get put back on the roller coaster, and the cycle repeats. That's nice, says some guy at the office.
you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini games. How
Duck
quickly
hunts.
can you reach
Duck
the
hunts.
station? From mini games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch
Not
2
available in
July
all countries.
24th.
Well, feel sorry for the one guy who can't
Nintendo
play
Switch
out of
2
the-
players who already
out of
own
where
Super
penguins
Mario
are.
Party Jamboree can
sorry
upgrade
for
to
the
Nintendo
penguins.
Switch 2 Edition
They
plus
can't- they won't be
Jamboree
able to play,
TV by
probably.
purchasing an upgrade pack.
Blech.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience
No, I'm not
where
gonna
you
look
can see
forward.
each other's
I'm
reactions while playing.
I'm not that interested in Mario Party
Let's continue
games, okay?
presenting some more Nintendo Switch
I
2
enjoy it
Edition
when I
games.
get to play them with my friends. I'm not buying one. That's the thing.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Okay, anyways, I
Plus,
was just...
you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive
Nintendo
to
Switch Online membership is not required to use Zelda Notes. Great. Love that. Chef's kiss.
Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Alright, so...
For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
What?
Guidance activating.
So we just basically got, in 2025, a day after April Fool's, Google Maps for The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. Repeat, this is not a drill. Not a drill at all.
Proceed
I like
north.
this. It ain't bad. That ain't bad at all, but... okay.
Or, you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
So basically, what you're saying is my friends can just send me a bunch of groin schematics. Okay, Nintendo, I hope you know what you're doing when you allow this.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
So in little tiny ways, you're giving homages to the Miiverse. That's not bad. Okay, I could
In
care
Kirby
less
and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional
for the
story
sake of content, I'm
exclusive
not
to the
skipping
Nintendo
this.
Switch 2 edition,
Just
along
talking
with
over
improved graphics and frame rates.
Oh, this is a good soundtrack.
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
So basically, Kirby probably sniffed some shrooms in one level.
We hope you're looking forward
That's
to
what you're telling
Kirby's
me?
new adventure.
That's nice.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Okay, so that just confirms for all those Switch 1 people that they're getting, because this is probably going to be their last game ever.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Okay, that seems interesting.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
Okay, I may switch.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Alright.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Okay.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
I'm not looking forward to paying an extra $60.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Just so I can play in like better resolution.
Please take a look.
So what is this? Disco Fever? Alright, so Rocket League. Interesting. This gives me Splatoon and Rocket League vibes. Yeah, this is. Seriously? So you telling me? Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I wasn't planning for it, but I may have to turn this into a two-part series. So this is Senseimstr. I didn't want to end the video this way, but it's like 12. It's almost 12:30. I'm not staying up this late for video. But anyways, still, then I'm gonna be ending the video. I'm probably going to be editing this, sending it out to YouTube, then I'm going to do part 2. So, stay tuned. Oh, whoops. And this is Senseimstr ending the video. Adios.